Good afternoon, gamers. How are we doing today? Hope you're all doing well. Ready for some more Gozenraj, where it might be the last stream of it. Maybe it's possible. It's possible. We're gonna try. That's for sure. We are gonna try and make this the last Gozenraj stream. We have a lot of development to do and a little bit more conquest, but of course, first we got to get through the rending of the realms. That's just kind of the way it goes. We'll see how quickly we can get through that. We automatically had 2 regions get completed, so that was super cool. It shouldn't be too much work to get the Demon Hills under control, and then it's Shamakad, and I think there's another one that I need. But we'll see how it goes. Hopefully not too bad. And then we need to conquer the Lake Fed, which we own a decent chunk of it now through our vassal of Sunajala, which is super cool. Now we'll just kind of see how quickly we can take the rest of it. And then we need to do a lot of development. We need a lot of development. We need another 20 or 30 mage towers. Yeah, I mean, those are the big ones. Oh, we need 500 of our special troops. But that will come with our development. And I guess we'll have to increase our force limit as well. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see. Hello, Nurkor, Captain, or Capitan, XD, Edelbeck, Zardock, the Derper, Lunar, Desert, Nicolabos, Froyo, Gray Stranger. Hope you're all doing well today. Sorry, Mr. Raj, can we rise already? It's been so long. True, but if we just keep saying that we will rise, then eventually it will be true, and we will rise. Random Commissar, hello. What's up? Nothing. What's up with you? Or the sky. Yeah, that's right. The sky is up. Did it just flip over to... Why did it flip over to Vic 3 music? I mean, it's fine, I guess. But I don't know why I did that. I was on the EU5 playlist. I guess we're listening to a Vic 3 song. We probably won't have too much yap today, because I do kind of want to get to it, is the thing. Again, if we're gonna... My hair's been all weird today. What's new? If we're gonna finish this today, we do kind of need to be getting to it, pedal to the metal, you know how it is, and getting some work done. How is it feel? You're having mustard, pickle, and ham sandwich. Nice. I say nice, that does not sound good to me. Not a big mustard guy, but I'm glad that it sounds like you're enjoying it. I did have a burger last night, made myself a burger. That shit was good, bro. I ate too much. I ate way too much, but it was good. I had a burger, and I put lettuce, pickles, tomato, onions, and then I put like a fried egg on it as well. I kind of went all out, but it was really good. It was really, really good. See Gozen on my Raj till I rise. Yeah, okay. All right, I'll give you that one. It's not too bad. Not too bad. Oh, man. Tomorrow is when the EU5 update comes out, right? I think it's tomorrow. I think. I don't... I want to do another EU5 run, but I don't think we're going to do it... Well... No, I want to do another Ambinar run on Thursday, because that's when the update comes out. So I'd like to at least do one Ambinar run, and then I'd like to do another EU5 run. I don't know where we'd play. It's not going to be the Byzantines, I'll tell you that much. But we'll see. We'll see. Because I've been obviously I keep my eye on it, and the roadmap is looking great. It really does. So I'm looking forward to the next year for EU5. Lots of cool stuff it seems like they're working on. There's a country called Yap in EU5. She'll have to play so the Yap skippers can't skip. Interesting. Is it playable? Is this a country with like 1,000 pops total? You're abuzz with excitement. Tomorrow is Taco Tuesday and Cinco de Mayo. It is. Today's May the 4th, ain't it? Happy Star Wars Day, everybody. May the Force be with you and all that. Hopefully after 10 DLC it'll be fun enough. I don't know. I don't think it'll take 10 DLCs, but we'll see. We'll see.
Hello, boy. Haven't
Hello.
caught up with the run yet, so
Okay.
I'll catch up on the VODs.
Good plan.
Yaps will unfortunately be skipped.
Understandable. Jack King Wong, thank you for the 17 months. You have my permission to skip the app. You're welcome. You needed that. You need permission to skip the app. Everybody knows this. You can't just do it on your own. No. It's a Polynesian country. Yeah, I'm going to assume that that's not playable then. Like, that is not a country you're actually supposed to play. Yeah, that sounds horrific. You probably like no pops. It's all islands. Not good. You can keep your force. You're getting a fishbowl with tequila. That's a lot of tequila. That's a lot. That's a lot. India seems fun. Yeah, it does. I've been looking at Orissa. I don't know if we're gonna play Orissa, but they started a pretty good spot. Seem pretty strong. I also thought about doing like a. Okay, that's Mandalore. They're going crazy with my music, but it's fine. It's not copyrighted. I don't care. I was thinking maybe Mughals. Maybe quite a large run. Latin Empire run. You know me. You know me pretty well. I was considering a Naples, like Naples conquering Greece type thing. I suppose we could start as like Athens or something and try and make that work and take Constantinople. But we'll see. India's your favorite region right now? Yeah, I mean, it's nice to have pops. It's very nice to have pops. I'm kind of done with my Korea game. I'm in like, I think I'm in 1550 or something like that. I think I'm ready to start a different one. Talking about EU4 vanilla cubes or EU5? EU5. Hear me out. Bulgaria forms Rome run. Interesting. Also a possibility. Also a possibility. Nestorian India. And then you just go like full spiritualist and convert things. I don't know. There's a lot of pops in India. Like, that's the problem. There's a lot of pops to convert in India if you're anything but Hindu. So, you gotta really focus on maxing out that spiritualism and converting. What do you think of the EU5 roadmap? I think it looks good. I'm looking forward to it. Good things. Good things. Which is nice. Vena? Final Fantasy 14? Venat? Yeah, I that sounds correct. I think it's a green tag in South India and EU5. I was looking at that this morning, so I think it's green. Not that that matters, but Serbia can become an empire if it conquers the western half of Byzantium in like 5 years max. Interesting. But then you're playing as Serbia. I don't know. We'll see. I'll think about it. All right, let's get to gaming, shall we? Let's rend these realms. Or I guess unrend the realms. Yeah. We gotta unrend the realms. Because we don't want the realms rended. Because that's bad for us. Overall, not good for our health. Right. Right. We'll be playing it inside when released. Probably not. Since there's no mission trees, but we'll see. We'll see. Alright, the rending of the realms. For millennia, the High Temple stood as enigmas, constructed in a bygone era by a realm long faded from memory, their true purpose shrouded in mystery. Over the ages, philosophers wrestled with the meanings behind the intricate inscriptions, sages sought to untangle the prophecies they held, and the cursed dared to harness their power for their own ends. And with every endeavor, they cast yet another pebble onto the temples, each one adding to the countless others, slowly cracking its shell, for a single pebble accomplishes nothing, two achieve little, but thousands of pebbles make a difference. A scratch evolves into a crack, and a crack into a wound. While a lone wound may evoke little concern, enduring thousands of wounds is insurmountable, much like the fate of the High Temples. Already weakened, these temples crumbled swiftly, eroded by time's inexorable passage, both in a tangible and abstract sense. Even the most robust walls of the pristine temples succumbed to the torrent of thousands of spirits, suddenly reinvigorated after eons of imprisonment. The High Temples shattered. A deluge of spirits, countless in number, flooded streets as if a supernatural tide, rending lands and engulfing nations. From towering peaks to shadowed valleys, the landscape teems with spectral entities, a veritable invasion as spirits both minute and great converged, driven by a singular purpose, evading the confines of the High Temples and being free once more. And so Hellas descends into chaos and fear. Spirits inhabit every nook and cranny, some benign, though most seem to hold an inexorable aggression towards those that dare to suppress them for so many eons. While the spirits reap what we seem to have sowed, our people react in a multitude of ways, spawning doomsday cults, prophesizing the end, or rallying against the state's paralysis due to the rending and demanding action. Yet the majority quiver within their homes, a deceptive sanctuary, as the rending affects everyone and reaches everywhere. May the ancestors guide us and guard us. Damaged temple complexes gain devastation. Many temples will sustain serious damage. Minus 2.5 yearly legitimacy. But remember, yesterday we already had 2 automatically completed, so our legitimacy is actually not going down that much. We're getting an additional 0.3 back from all that, and our legitimacy is perfectly fine here. So, we need to focus on getting the spirits in Yanshin to be all solid. Because there is a mission here where it says all spirits in Yanshin must be suppressed. Now, Hakkuma, not a problem. We own all of that. The other ones, not so good. Oh, we also have a ton of rebels. We don't control all of Kurinyana. We don't control all of Hengdu Bowu, and we don't control all of Fokao. So I don't quite know what we're gonna do there, but I guess we'll see. We do need to be restoring some temples, but I need to be at peace to restore temples, and we are currently at war with Kugetsi up here. Once we're able to piece them out, we'll be in a pretty good spot. Yeah, I can't full annex them. I can hand these off to Sunajala. I do want that island is the thing. Could skip this, but then I can't get to Zerkenrek, which is kind of a problem. I can go like this and skip there. But then I can't grab that. I guess I skip the fort for now. No, because then I don't connect my land up there. Ah, that sucks. This sucks, man. But I do want this walkway. I guess I can skip their capital. Yeah. That's probably what we'll do for the peace deal. Okay, we gotta deal with all these rebels. Obviously, it's the rending. So let's get in there. And let's start dealing with them. Alright, you two can meet up there. You're gonna go deal with these guys. Can I hire more generals? Yes. We'll get a bunch of generals here because we need to fight these guys. You can go to Seer. You can contest those. You have some spirits up here. I didn't realize that they were going to be in the valley as well. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. And I have troops over here that are sieging things. I guess you can start making your way back over here. We'll see how it goes. We have plenty of manpower, so I'm not too worried about it, but we do have to remember, the spirits do retreat. Kurinyana returns. It began like a whisper, a mere change in the winds, but the signs were unmistakable. Something disastrous was afoot. At first, the river seemed only to slow, but then the languid current stilled entirely, and the unthinkable began. The mighty Kurinyana reversed. Its rushing currents flowed up the God's Wall, into the peaks and the heavens beyond. The whisper grew in intensity to a roar at the unmistakable sound of raging water as the ground began to shake. Unrestrained animals fled uphill, paintings fell from walls, and urns shattered in homes as an ominous deep cracking could be heard from the greatest likeness of the high gods anywhere in Hellas, as if the mountains themselves were breaking. Then, all was calm. The shaking stopped, and the loud roaring of churning water quieted. The river had become completely still, as if frozen in time without flow. And then the God's Wall erupted, its 10,000-year visage shattering out into the air above the Shamakad plain, water and stone crashing to the ground below in a cacophony of destruction. The 1,000 carved deities of the God's Wall were swept away before the flood, and locals in Maravad looked on in horror as a leviathan crested the waterfall, descending on them from above. A vast blue catfish, glowing in ethereal light, rode along the top of the flood, pouring out of the God's Reach, propelling the torrent of devastation before them. The great spirit Kurinyana had returned to Rahin, and all would know he was here. All provinces in the Kurinyana group gain 30 devastation, lose 5 development. Does that include this? No. It doesn't. It's everything below. Okay, I don't care about that. The Four Lords awaken. That doesn't matter, because we've already beaten the Four Lords. So that's cool. Already beaten the Four Lords, so I don't need to worry about it at all. Is it just one person in this war? Wow. I mean, I guess this is the war goal. It's just an insane amount of war score. Whatever. Doesn't matter. We do have a lot of mana. We could summon elementals here. I think it's a good idea to summon elementals. We kind of need the help when it comes to defeating all of these rebels. We have Consort Military Command. They're not very good, but what are you going to do? I forgot about the fact... Okay, I'm going to go to speed 4 because I'm going to keep forgetting to chase down the spirits whenever I win a battle. Okay, that was a stack wipe. You can walk down here, find them in multiple spots. Go here. Wonderful. Okay, you can deal with all that. You can walk over. You can walk over. You go wipe them. Let's make sure that I am being diligent. I don't like this fight yet. They got a wall breach? They're cheating. They're straight up cheating. You're not allowed to be getting wall breaches. I guess we can take tech. Let's not take admin tech yet. These need to be given over to Sunajala. The problem is I probably can't take as much then. Yeah. Because they don't have the same war score cost reductions that I do, but that's fine, because then I can just take this. That works. Can I... No, I cannot consolidate any of that back. Alright. I'll go ahead and core it up. I can still take admin tech, so I will do so. We're about to take the next mill tech as well. Next idea group. So, I don't really want to take an admin group. If I was going to take an admin group, it would probably be infrastructure. I actually might want to take it. Like, we have a lot of development that we need to do. The other option is quantity. Quantity would give us 33%, 43%. I mean, just choosing would give us a 43% increase to our force limit. We need a lot of force limit, but we do have to do a lot more development either way. Five provinces in Yorkoi have been improved at least 15 times by its current owner. That's what I'm talking about. It's actually not as much development as I thought it was. Unless I get more missions. 500 warrior monks. 500 warrior monks. What else did I get with infrastructure? Prosperity growth, construction cost reductions, expand infrastructure, movement speed, state governing costs, fort maintenance, construction time. Combine that with a spell, that's going to be really good in dev cost. And when do I get my next idea group? Tech 22. Yeah, let's go infrastructure then. And let's swap our focus over to admin. And yeah, let's just start taking ideas. Infrastructure gaming. Dwarf Bros were so back. Dwarf Bros, we are so back. Careful maneuvering, that's cool. That's cool. Unfortunately, I didn't have a fort on Kadisrapur, so that is a temple that has been sieged down now. Speaking of, always be repairing. I'd like to focus on Hakkuma. Why are you highlighting this? All provinces in the spirit domain must be warded. Pay spirit hunters. Like that. Are you happy? No, we have to do everything. Okay. Which means we do need to full state it all up. So, Spirit Hunter. Spirit Hunter. Well, I guess we could half state it, but it does go all the way down, right? Yeah. So we'll half state these for now. Pay Spirit Hunter. Pay Spirit Hunter. That should be Hakkuma ready to go. What else am I missing? Am I stupid? Is it bigger than I thought? What's Yan He? Is this part of it? No, I'm pretty sure it's part of Yan He. Hey Bob, how you doing? You missed the yap? That's okay, I forgive you. Maybe it needs a muntic? Yeah, maybe it needs a muntic. I don't think that's the case, but that's the only explanation I've got right now. Okay, you can deal with that. These are just cannons. Where are my transports? I know I built a bunch of them. Right here. Get you into this area. These cannons are not going to be able to stop rebels on their own, obviously. That won't work. Another age ability. Let's go for... I guess core creation cost is our best one. Did you do Hubao? No, I still need to repair a bunch of temples. It's just that for this one I don't have. Unless... Like, I'm pretty sure I've got all of them, but it keeps taking me up here. All provinces in this spirit domain must be warded. Am I... Is this part of it? No, I think this is part of Yanhe. Hubao and the state left of Hubao. Oh, it is this one then. Well, there you go. Huh. Oh, yeah. Nope. It definitely is. Well, obviously it is, but yeah, that definitely makes sense. I wasn't looking for the weird, like, lip here. Hakkuma, the demon of mist, returned to the deep. It is widely known that the Oni had twisted and perverted the spirits, harnessing their powers for nefarious purposes and corrupting both the spirits and the people residing in their vicinity. Whether through corruption or sheer provocation, they had pushed Hakkuma, the great spirit, to a point where he posed a dire threat to all living within the Demon Hills. The time had come to quell his raging spirit and put an end to this danger. With the high temples now restored and activated, their energies erupted into a vivid display of blue and yellow, painting the skies with their potent magic. This magnificent display was followed by a cascade of magical rain, which fell upon the Demon Hills. The great spirit Hakkuma cried out in agony, and the very land quaked and trembled in response. The colorful rain of magic washed away the black fog that had once shrouded and defended these lands, sending it back into the depths of the earth. Hakkuma found himself shackled once more, deep within the buried ritual chamber where he had suffered so much. Although he remained confined, at least this time, he would find some measure of peace as the ages passed. This is best for all. We will no longer receive rending events in this spirit's domain. Hakkuma suppressed till the end of the game. 0.15 yearly legitimacy, 15% improved relations. Okay, and now... all provinces in North Yanshan are prosperous. Ugh. Ugh. Well, that's gonna be a tough one. That's gonna be a tough one. Because it's not really gonna work that way. Let's go ahead and develop out devastation around our capital. That one can just do it naturally. So we can at least start to work back up to that. Fort Gaming? Oh, it's always Fort Gaming. We've got 10 million forts right now. 10 million forts, and I refuse to delete them. You know how it is. What if everyone in the world attacks us at the same time? I'll need all these forts. I'll need them. Alright, that was a bunch of stack wipes, which is great. Don't care about autonomy in that one random ass province. That'll be all the rebels from this. Dire herd causes commotion at market. Sure. So now we need to focus on none. I bet you the answer is we need to focus on none of them. As long as we can get those locations and provinces to prosperous, I bet you this will get us out of the rending. But we are a part of the Hengdu Bowu and Kurinyana. Must own the Great Spirit's home province and must be warded. I mean, worst comes to worst, I can go and take that from the command. But we'll see. Finding merit. We currently have a 4-3-6. I can have it at 3-4-6. Whoa. No, I'll just increase his claim strength. That's fine. That's fine. Didn't follow that up immediately. You can come back here. Sure, mages can have more influence. What the hell? Why not? I do need to start my wars against Corondulus. But I'd like to finish infrastructure ideas. I suppose I could make another subject down here on these guys. I don't want to wait too long necessarily because I don't want Grombar to get involved and take things. For example, Lakina does own this, and Grombar could possibly take this. They don't want it for right now, but we know how that goes. Right? Oh, my ally doesn't want this land right now, and then they take it anyways, so something to keep in mind. I'm going to run you guys back up here. Oh, right, and this is open now. I don't think I can upgrade the God's Well anymore, right? Oh, I can. I just have to convert it. The monkey, I will take 50 admin points. I should build a fort on this side as well. And then you can head back up here. You can head back up here. You can stick around to deal with any rebels that might pop up. We're waiting for this mage tower to be built here before we develop this to 40. And that will allow us to complete some stuff. Some missions. Really, we just need the prosperity to recover. Oof. That's tough. It's in a different region though, so it's fine-ish. It'll go away and then we'll recover it. It'll take a bit, but it's fine. Since we are taking infrastructure ideas, we have a base 0.25, so it's kind of nice. We are way over our gov cap now, unfortunately. So let's keep building our courthouses. And I can turn this edict off in February because I don't need those edicts anymore. I don't want those edicts anymore. I could seize land. I'm a little bit scared to be seizing land at this point because our mages are pretty strong. And they could coup us. I guess they only coup us if their infamy goes up. Okay. The storm wall falters. The sun rose over Tianlu like it had every day before. Something in the air was different, though. The fishermen could tell by the way the wind now blew, and word traveled fast between the sailors of the Jellyfish Coast. A whaling expedition from Phi 10 had returned the morning prior, its crew speaking frantically about the storm wall. A force of nature known to sailors of Hellas since time immemorial, the barrier, once surely impassable, had weakened. Without warning or explanation, the ferocious gale wind suddenly weakened, making the passage through appear viable. From Tianlu, the news spread like wildfire overland to Rahan and to Zirconrek with the treasure fleet, then to the great ports of Sarhal and through the Salahad to Bulwar. At the same time, ships from Canor carried the news with great urgency to ports both at home and in Aelantir. Soon the news rang out in courts across the Divenhall and ports as far as Sarmedfar and Aelkand. All were made aware of the seemingly permanent tempest faltering, but also of what lay within, not only men, but monsters. Towering beasts the size of ships were reported to have been sighted along the coastline of the land previously hidden by the storm wall, with colossal flora to match their surroundings. These leviathans seemed not only aggressive but capable of extreme destruction when angered. According to accounts from explorers, they tended to leave trails of ruin in their wake, forcing the locals to give them considerable space lest they incur their violent rage. The people, too, were unlike anything Halan had known. Societies of humans and ogres inhabiting great island chains that worshipped great dragon turtles and rumbling volcanoes. A distant island plateau rumored to believe in one god permeating all existence. Some adventurers even reported seeing kobolds, unlike any other, atop the highest peaks of distant inland ranges. Most curious, though, were the constructs. Not many had been observed, but from what the explorers had been able to glean, they most certainly did not resemble anything the world had seen before. Called by many names, these mechanical marvels may hold the keys to uncovering the truth about this once obscured continent. As Halan's finest navies outfit expeditions to cross the weakened storm wall, all wait with bated breath for what marvels might yet be found within. Can we spare our fleet for the journey of a lifetime? The storm wall has opened, the continent Messiah has emerged from the storms. Bum, bum, bum. I need to be restoring a temple. It's very big dumb of me to not be restoring a temple. I could sell C's here. I think I'll just C's. Yeah, the mages are super loyal, so that's nice. We got no absolutism, which is fine. We don't really need it all too much. Yeah, we're gonna have a ton of rebels. Well, actually, no, we won't. In fact, we can just cancel those states. I mean, we might restate them later, but no cost to it right now, so I'm not too worried. Let's go for a temple repair of the one in our capital for sure. Makes the most sense. Who needs absolutism when you have magic? True. True. Well, I guess Witch Kings can have both. So checkmate. But yes. We get 20% more evocation experience modifier for Battle Mage Academies. We're getting through it pretty well here. We're going for level 2 Battle Mage Academies at the moment. Let's start building a spy network up on you. Lenkina, I cannot full annex you. You are guaranteed by the centaurs. Not that I can't beat the centaurs. They just become annoying to fight them, but we can do that. Do I have... I only have one siege stack down here, which is fine. You guys are gonna work together. You're gonna work together. You're gonna work together. March of Hideous Sorrows. In our relentless pursuit of success on this plane, it appears we've incurred damage to our Kartaya, as a devastating plague of monstrous entities has descended upon our lands. These abominations manifest in a myriad of horrifying forms and sizes, ranging from grotesque, diminutive gray creatures to humans and Haramari, twisted and disfigured to the point of almost being unrecognizable. These beings now parade through our nation in a nightmarish procession, instilling terror in the populace who've come to believe that we are cursed. Why do you have the 2 mount passes to Thinkai? Because I thought they were in a different... I thought they were in a different spirit area, but they are not. They're in Focau. And Focau has been fixed. Focau has been fixed, which is nice. Wow. Lublin fixed. Kanekatine fixed. Hukai Telebi fixed. Focau fixed. Hengdu, Bowu, and Kurinyana are the only ones that have not been fixed. In fact, the command may need me to add things into being warded. It's +2 national unrest for 20 years. That's unfortunate. What's next? Let's play after this? I don't know for sure yet. Well, it's 10% state's governing cost. That will also help with our gov cap quite a bit. Look at that. I didn't even look at the policies that I'm going to get from this. Wow, years for personal union integration. Huge. Professionalism and army drill gain and attrition size and garrison size. Okay, so nothing. Cool. So nothing. The ghostly goose. Geese are generally not held in high regard in Hellas, and many view their meat as subpar compared to duck or other waterfowl. These water birds are not treated well, and some even consider them pests that should be eliminated. Now it appears that a spirit has taken up the role of avenging them and is causing chaos in a small hamlet not far from the capital. The locals report that a goose is attacking any villager it comes across. Initially, we didn't suspect the spirit, but the fact that this goose is using farming tools and small knives as weapons has given us a different perspective. We now suspect that the goose is either a spirit itself, or that a spirit has possessed a goose and is using it to spread chaos in the hamlet. The goose. That's fine. You want to know which temples belong to which spheres? Let me know. You made a whole map for yourself to keep track of that? You suffered in one rending too many, huh? One rending too many. Hey, Lynn is about to attack Vern. Oh yeah, Vern's not having a great time. Arboran took things from when they were emperor. They still have excesses of personal union. They haven't annexed them, which is kind of weird. That minus 25% fort maintenance is pretty nice. We're now up to making 360 ducats a month. Is that true? Is that real? No. Okay. I was gonna say, that felt like a lot. You won't bait me twice. Those Canal. What's the other one? The Grand Archives. Can upgrade this for my subject. I don't think I really care. Philosophers demand restoration. Fine. I don't really want to be upgrading 2 of them at once because it's super expensive, but... What is the point of repairing temples if they're running shadows them all anyways? You have worse effects, I believe, if they are broken. Always checking. Always just checking. I'm living in speed 5 now. What's our force limit? 356. I'm at max manpower. So let's build another 50 of our special troops here. Center of Reformation is converting stuff, which is fine. It won't matter. We always have a flat 0.25 prosperity growth, and then we have a pretty good chance of getting it. There goes our golden age. I could have snuck in another bit of power cost from development here, but that's okay. Guess not, because our merchants aren't super thrilled with us at the moment. They'll get over it, though. My diplomat? No! Don't think I have any half-price guys, so I'll just get this trade efficiency guy to level 5. Do I have any half-price mill advisors? No, I do not. I'm going to get you to level 5 as well. We just want to be maxing out on our monarch points here. The Lu Fang expedition braves the storm wall. Whoa! I didn't realize that there was going to be adventurers that leave out of Hellas. That's cool. It started as a wild idea, floating around tea houses and muttered after temple visits, with Hellas seemingly falling apart. Fair enough, I guess. Perhaps it would be simply better to leave. Perhaps to the new land that has opened up now that the ever-present storm wall has fallen. The rending of realms has proven that ideas have a force and a weight and can grow when they're telling. And soon refugees, and those seeing the same in their future, began to pool wealth that they had been able to carry with them on their journey. They scraped together a fleet and supplies, and today they set out. The land and future that lays ahead is unknown, but what is unknown is embedded with hope, and there is no hope to be found here. Save and see? I mean, they're just going to be... they're just going to be an adventure, but if you guys want to see, I mean, we can do that. Wow. Look at that, guys. Whoa. Wait a second. There's a big-ass tower right there. The Gene Collection and Experimentation Gene Pillar. Scour Dormant Mechanism. Huh. Huh. If we are Yenbin Mira clan, we will not be able to collect children of fire from this province. If we are a migrating mechanism, we will not be able to gain any religious power. Mission tree? No, it's just base missions. Cool. On the Horn Coast, then you'd have to explore all around yourself. And look, now we don't even know what a Gozenraj is. Interesting. Sad. Well, they said there's not going to be a lot of mission trees in Inside yet. I definitely don't think an adventurer is going to be high up on that list. Yeah, like there's not. It's just the base continent and the base mechanics for the continent is what they're adding in. Doesn't the memory hold the Northern Raj? It's because they're jealous. They're just jealous of how great we are. Black God.
Guys, Insa, just a week away. Insa is in a week.
That's right.
Wahoo! I am so happy about this information.
I think it's less than a week, right?
Away. Oh wow! Can you believe it? Insa.
Black God, thank you for the 25 months. Appreciate that. 4 days. Yeah, it's just a couple days away. It's even closer. Minus 25% construction time and minus 10% dev cost. We also unlock pretty useless stuff. We can get rid of the Liquor Act and instead get the Handpicked Recruit Act because it's just better with the 0.2% yearly army professionalism. Not that we have much, but be a nice little addition. Marutha is also done, so it's just the Denvan Sana, Kurinyana, and Hengdu Bowu that are not done yet. You can go here. Another month and our merchants will be happy with us. And I do have a school here, right? Yep, I sure do. should now be good to encourage development here. Call the flames. Or at least get this up to 30. I guess I didn't realize how short we were on all of our monarch points. And we lost our Inquisitor as well. Oh, an all-power cost guy? Sure. I'll take that. Even cheaper development, which is great. Yeah, you can move in here, but I'm going to split you up. Half of you were going to go here, and half of you were going to go here. They moved. They moved. That's basically cheating. And that is Battle Mage Academies upgraded. Wonderful. So now we want to probably study Evocation to Legendary and then finish Battle Mage Academies. No, we want to do Spirit Fire Arts for sure. Wasted 20% for no uni. Oh, forgot the university. That's unfortunate. I sure did. I'll build it there now. I'm not going to wait for it to be done, but I'll build it there now. But I did, in fact, forget the university. I jumped the gun a little bit. Just a little bit. All those points. All those points. We'll never recover them. It is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Ogre Minister. Soulseeker Ogre is an accepted culture. So I can get a half-price Quartermaster, which would be super nice. I, in fact, did get the half-price Quartermaster. So I'll upgrade you to level 5. That saves us a little bit of money. Build it now. Gaslight chat to believe it was always there. It was always there. You guys are being weird right now. Shear a Rhino. And I get minus 5% dev cost for the next year. When's this going to be built? 2 months. And when do I lose my super development here? Superheated until the 11th. Okay, cool. Well, we will actually be able to take advantage of it, so that's got to count for something. Look, it's free. Boom. See? Easy. Now if I build a naval goods there, we will have production manufacturing, mage tower, 40 development. We'll complete that, and then when we get our prosperity back, we can complete this. Yippee, yippee, yippee. And now we can focus on conquering this guy. Do I care about the centaurs joining? No. What am I actually taking in this war, though? Part of me wants to just take the north, so that way I don't have to worry about it anymore. Another part of me wants to focus on creating a connection over to Lankina. I think that's probably more important for me to do. So I will definitely be taking that. Whatever that, however you pronounce this. Doinuiakushloi. Mm-hmm. For sure. For sure, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. That's how you pronounce it. For sure. Totally a name. Well, it is a name. That does count as a name. And I definitely said it correctly. For sure. 100%. I do wonder if they actually have any troops up here. The answer is yes, they do. And my cannons just stack wipe them. L. Major L to lose to a pure cannon stack like that. I can send you out and around. Move you guys over. Let those poor souls in. Spread out and occupy all that. You can walk up here. There's that occupied. Truce with the command is up. I'm not worried about a coalition from them at this point. A deal with the Oni. What Oni? What's an Oni? I never heard of an Oni before. Is that some kind of spirit or something? Ain't never heard of one of those. Not real. Defenders blasted by fireball. You son of a biscuit. That's right, I said it. Sorry for using such harsh language. Get your stupid ass. No way the general died. Come on, man. Come on. The only way I can interpret that is that they assassinated my general. There is no other interpretation. Why do you have so many troops over here? I guess I just walked over there. Buvari. I'm a little busy, but like, yes, I will join you. What do you actually want from them? Oh, shit. You want a lot, actually. Like, I will accept, but just so we're clear, I'm busy, man. Okay? I am straight up a busy guy, and I never did build the fort here. I didn't think I was going to need to. Is what it is. You can make your way down here. You force march back. 316. Okay. I think I'm almost maxed out on mana. Yeah, see, I don't want to increase my magical infamy here. Even though I would love that estate experience. It was illusion, right? Bread and circuses. We'll complete an estate agenda. I might as well have an estate agenda then. Magical infamy for mages will decrease by a medium amount. Yes, that sounds wonderful. So that decreases it by a medium amount. That decreases it by a medium amount. And then when we get back up to 200, I can then do extraplanar contact and gain the experience level for our studying. The command is going to, of course, focus on me. Even though I am technically stronger, but I am in another war. The AI might just know that and calculate it. They're going to siege down Kadistrapur. Why is there accused of dark magic? Don't care. Yep. And so they damaged the temple in Kadistrapur. Fuck you, Buvari. Even when they're my allies, they still make my life difficult. Why don't you just fight the command on your own? Says the guy who called Buvari into his wars against the command. Can I catch them? Probably not. Turns out I was right in my instincts that the centaurs would be very annoying to deal with. Because it just gives these guys the ability to walk around and do whatever they want. Go there, 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 there. They don't need your help. I know. I know they don't need my help. They know they don't need my help, but they're gonna do it anyways. They're gonna do it anyways. Can't see a damn thing. And Ping Hoi has ignored Buvari and marched all 75,000 of their troops. Well, okay, that's a bit dramatic. They've marched 52,000 of their troops up into my territory. Okay, so I have to build a fort here, and I'm going to build a fort here. And I'm going to build a fort here. Because I have to. Otherwise, the command's just going to be able to walk in every time I get called into this war. Because I highly doubt that Buari is going to stop calling me into wars against the command at this point. Probably just continue to do that from now on. They're over here with 65,000 troops now. You are going to go back and help. I don't have cannons though, and they do have cannons, so I don't know how well this fight's actually gonna go. But as soon as Yala is making their way over, I'll send in the mercs, then they should show up. Sure, I'll pay for that. Can you just break alliance? No, that's fine. It's fine. The only reason it's annoying is because I have all my troops elsewhere. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a big deal. But the AI only calls you into wars. They only call you into wars when you're already in a war. Or maybe I'm just always at war, and therefore it always seems like that's the case. No, that couldn't be true. That couldn't be true. Because that would mean that I'm just having confirmation bias, which is, of course, not a real thing. Fake, not real. Gold rush. That's 11,000 ducats. Pretty good. I think I'm going to save up to around 20,000 ducats. And then we will... we will cast the build spell, I think. And we'll build the rest of our mage towers. I could probably do the math on how much exactly I need, but what's the fun in that? Okay, you can all move out here so we can start to siege down everything that we need. It's like, this guy's not bad. Yikes. I can get there, though. I'll separate piece you out for this. It's not a full annexation, but I also don't need a full annexation. So I only need 50% there. And then Yikishle, I can full annex there. Let me get my heavies down here to actually blockade. Death of a merchant. Half price artist. I do like the all power cost guy though, but I'm gonna take that prestige for sure. There's another age ability. I guess harsh treatment cost. Doesn't matter. No cannons, no problems. No cannons, no problems. I mean, I do need my cannons over here at some point. Here we go. Here they are. Arriving onto the scene. These cannons... Okay, so you should be willing to peace out now for 50%. Yep, I take everything that's on the island here. Thank you. We'll start to core that up. And then Yikishle, you should also... What? No, they're going to stick around a little bit longer because it is a full annexation. Fair enough. Hey! Get your ass out of there. What do you think you're doing? Who gave you permission to siege that down? They almost destroyed the temple even more. That would have been very unfortunate. Alright, well, I beat him up. I could just peace out. Bavaria's got this well enough in hand. I don't really want to be in this war. So I'm just going to white peace out. And we can just re-increase our trust. Like, I don't need to be in there. He's black flagged. Here, let me make sure that I offer you mill access. So that way you can walk through and get to Jade Marches. Real question, with new magic spells and projects, is it worth to even accept artificers when they show up? A manufacturer's institution spawns even non-magic focused tag. Probably already have 2 to 3 legendary projects completed. What even the point of flipping now? I don't know. You know, I don't think I've played with artificery versus the new mage stuff enough. But the new magic stuff is very strong. So, like, would I swap? Like, even if I wasn't forced to keep going with magic in this run, would I swap? The answer is probably not. Magic really is just that strong now, where artificery kind of feels like, you know, whatever. But maybe I just don't use artificery to its maximum potential. Like, artificery is good too. Artificery has a lot of good bonuses that you can get in it. So it's not like it's useless by any means. But you can start investing into magic much earlier. Artificers get some new Insaya things. Ah, see, that could definitely change it. If there's some really strong Insaya inventions, then maybe. I don't care. These are Highlands. We'll just attack into them. As soon as Yala will back us up. Ready to peace out yet, Yikishle? Next month. You should be ready to peace out. You. Yikishle, you are now done because that is a full surrender. Maybe I shouldn't have done that then. We're at 76.8% overextension. Ideal peace deal. Is 131. Unless I skip this and these as well. And I do that. any way for me to cheapen enough to where I can grab this province here? Yeah, if I skip those two, then I can grab this. Then I can grab this fort down here. Feed vassal to avoid overextension? No, I don't really want to feed the vassal. I'll give them this province, and that's probably it. I'll take the rest of it for myself. They're already pretty disloyal because they're a march. And they're big. So I don't really want to give them anything else. I should be currying favors with them, though, so I can increase our trust. I think this will be our peace deal. I can go over here. You're telling me that I can take admin tech early? Is that what you're telling me right now? I don't see any real reason for me to pull all these troops back. Unless we get dragged into another command war. I shouldn't get dragged into another command war for quite a while. I also don't need all of these forts up here. Very unnecessary. So I'll go ahead and get rid of them. And we can complete When Nations Fall. With painstaking effort, we have uncovered the ruins of the Levajan cities of old. These empty relics of the past have had an adverse effect on the followers of Levajan beliefs in Gozenraj. Instead of euphoric joy, they wallow in the despair of their ancient glory truly being lost forever. But this need not always be the case, as we have learned to be the stewards of many different peoples and places. Perhaps we can keep the keepers of Levajan past as well. But what does it mean to preserve a nation that has already fallen? For those who come after. Digging in the ancient sites of Levajan cities has been a painstaking process, requiring multiple teams of ogres, humans, hobgoblins, and many others to move the earth from the ruined structures we found beneath the desert. From our production centers within the wastes of Gozenraj, excavation equipment and archaeological offices handled the preservation effort of the ruins they discovered, bringing all texts back to monasteries to be studied and recorded for future use. As more of these texts were uncovered in the sand, we began to see the true marvel that was hiding from us in the relics of the past. Not a grand mystery of the universe, but the humble reality of being alive. Records of merchants and selling goods in marketplaces, administrative accounts of supplies needed for carrying out martial campaigns, stories and tales of wonders and enchantment written to excite and mystify. Even artwork, from the grandest piece of artistic achievement to the simple drawings of a child. Time and again, these pieces of history were uncovered, and our memory of Levajan of old became ever more personal. These were not just simply majestic cities of an empire long past, they were homes for thousands of people, each with their own stories to tell. In this revelation, our effort to steward the cultures who now live within our lands becomes ever more important. Who will tell the stories of these people when they're gone? And who will preserve these stories so they continue to exist throughout all time? As long as we hold their lands, the answer to these questions is clear. This is our duty, and we will gladly accept it. When one falls, we continue. Till the end of the game, we get -5 tech cost. Set mana spent on conjuration spells to 0. We get Spirit Fire Monks level 3 till the end of the game, which gives our special units 50% regiment cost, but 15% shock damage and 0.3 infantry shock. We gain 100 of each monarch point. Cool. I also want to cast Extraplanar Contact now, because that will give oh, it'll upgrade them to Suspicious? Really? Okay. Well. Cast Bread and Circuses then. And then we'll cast Extraplanar Contact in like a month or two. But we can complete Mend the Rending. Deep within the high temples of Yanshin, spirits of unimaginable power were sealed away through the power of strong warding magic cast millennia before even Haramar walked the lands. This magic is weakened, and the spirits have begun to run free throughout Hellas. We have spent many long years understanding how to deal with spirits, and although these beings greatly differ in power, they are spirits nonetheless. With all of our knowledge combined, we shall deliver our people from destruction and stitch the tatters of reality back together. The Grand Festival of Jianxiang. It is quiet throughout the streets of Jianxiang as a vast crowd of citizens gather along the shores of the Sea of Spears. Hundreds of blue lotus flowers have been released into the water, floating along the surface like frozen shards of pure ice. This is the beginning of the Grand Festival of Jianxiang, a celebration of the coming year and all the fortune it will bring. This festival in particular is special, for it is the first festival conducted after the rending had been beaten back from Gozenraj lands. Countless people wait in silence as the flowers drift out to sea, awestruck by their beauty. As the blooms begin to leave the sanctity of Jianxiang's harbor, mages lined along the docks and piers begin to channel magical power into the flowers. As they do, wondrous beams of light shoot from the center of the petals, illuminating the night sky with a spectacle of hues that shower the harbor in color. The citizens burst into celebration, both for the festival and for their guaranteed safety from the spirits that have caused them so much grief. Music begins to play, and the people move away from the harbor shores to begin the true festivities. May Jianxiang stand eternal as a beacon against the night. We gain 100 of each monarch point. Till the end of the game, we gain +1 local goods produced, +12 yearly tax income, +1 fort level, and 25% defensiveness on our capital. And we also gain 100 mana, which will put us just below max. What drives AI to research illusion just to cast fear and loathing? Because they know that it pisses us off. That's why. So we'll click that. That gets us up to that big level of mana. Then we can do extra planar contact. Our Emperor will be considered suspicious, but that's fine. We upgraded divination for our Emperor, which is actually really nice. And we now have a lot more study experience as well. I believe... Yes, Enchanting Envoy will lower our Emperor's infamy level. I don't know if I care that much, though, in the grand scheme of things. Because I would like to cast our construction spell right now. We can go ahead and sell titles. That gets us to 23,000 ducats. We can cast Aid Construction. Minus 20% construction cost, minus 10% construction time. Which will allow us to build mage towers for 330 ducats, and it'll only take 39 months, which is pretty nice. Now I need 14 more mage towers. And then I need magical infrastructure level 3. Which, if I get the mage towers built, that will count. So we need 14 mage towers. We should build them in these farmlands that we have stated up. Apparently I can't here because it already has a manufacturing. That's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, because I can make those cheaper. 13, 14. I'll go 15, 16, 17, just in case I miscounted. Arguably, we could just build mage towers literally everywhere. Lake-fed dev missions? True. That is also a pretty good option. Yeah. This is going to be expensive as hell to develop all of this up. You need a temple so we can complete that mission. That will give 2 more Cinder Monasteries, which we'll need to make that work. So we need 10 provinces in Yarakoi that have 10 Diplodev and a manufactory. And Ratakad, 2 A's. Oh boy. Okay, I'll do this then. We'll take Radicot so we can prepare that for development as well. And then under that, we will need even more. But for now, that's fine. We can build you all up here. I don't really want to build them in my subject at all. So that'll work for now. I'll build GovCap there. Yeah, let's get the GovCap fixed in those spots. I'll hold on to my money for right now. March of an Otherworldly Light. -2 national unrest. I guess I should have built universities first. That would have made more sense. But I can go ahead and build universities down here now. In preparation for the massive amounts of development that we're going to need to do. Though a lot of our development is going to need to be centered along our special spots. Doesn't mean that I can't build these up. I bet you I have some decent workshops running around. Not that we're not building in at the moment. There are training fields. There's also regimental camps that I can build, and I do need a lot of force limit. So let's start building those regimental camps. And we have, for 10 years, the construction cost. So just keep that in mind. Now we need to develop to the moon. The question is, where do I want to develop? Zhongdu has a university. That's Mage Tower. I need to upgrade that Emporium. So I do need to, in fact, peace out of this war. I'm making 20 admin a month. What the fuck? What the hell? 20 admin a month? That's literally beyond science. That's 2 more than I should be allowed to have. Huge. Least efficient Harmari administration, yeah. Okay, we peace out. Boom. I doubt that I'm going to be able to doink any development. It's only 160% overextension. Yeah, whatever. You're fine, Sunajala. Don't be so dramatic. Let's start currying favors with them. We can do a temple restoration now. I think we already have one going. Not that I'm going to be able to find the modifier easily enough. It's damn near impossible to find a modifier at this point. But I'm pretty sure we're upgrading one at the moment. It's on the individual temple province. Oh, and I don't remember what temple they wanted me to automatically fix. Ah, it's this one right here. That's gonna be done in 1640? What the? Why? For what? Well, I'm not waiting for that. Absolutely not. Well, that was to be done in 1640 as well. I can get a cheaper commandant. I'll take the points. Gotta source each brick one at a time. Real. On Spirit Fire's Renewing Light. Now that the monasteries have been active for a considerable period of time, we have collected a staggering amount of information on how Spirit Fire rejuvenates the land. By acting as a sort of pump for chi and mana in the environment, Spirit Fire is able to distribute these energies throughout the terrain, making it considerably more habitable as barren deserts begin to turn lush and fertile. This is the basic concept of how the temples function, but one layer deeper there exists a more obscure mystery. What about the people? Many people live in these now rejuvenated areas of Gozenraj. They have been exposed to the heightened levels of latent mana for a considerable period of time, and sure, they now find themselves with more energy than previously seen. This phenomenon could serve us as an opportunity to us, if we apply it in the right ways to our more daunting tasks. What should we do to get the most from our invigorated citizens? Reorganize the tax code, plus 4 yearly tax and 50% local tax efficiency. Redesign the manufactories, 25% production efficiency, or restructure recruitment for 50% local manpower. Yeah, I think give us the production efficiency. That's pretty good. Then I'm going to upgrade my centers of trade down here, all to level 2. I'll have to state that up. I don't think I'm necessarily looking forward to doing that, so I won't worry about it. Tianlu is an entrepot. I'm out of money. Doesn't matter though. So I click this funny little call to flame button. It's still at 21. University, Mage Tower, School. Courage Development, we're now down to 17. Expand infrastructure there. We can get that to 40 dev. Though maybe I should do mill dev. But we're just trying to increase our force limit of our special warrior monk infantry. We can recruit up to 215 warrior monks, owing to 214 from 56.30% of our force limit. And we can get more from upgrading our monasteries. 2 owned Shia origins gives us a flat +1. Yeah, I think we'll have to take quantity, or I'll need to really focus on getting our training field, or our whatever they're called down, force limit buildings. The 4 temples. Beyond the mountains leading to the Forbidden Plains, pockets of Levijan scholars and priests cling to temples pressed against the granite walls of the peaks. Scattered throughout the lands of Nuzurbak, these scholars have learned many things from the inhabitants of the plains, from the centaurs to the rare ogres who appear from Salvation's Promise. These people have much to teach us, and learning from them would serve us well to understand the land and those who taught them in kind. Every province with an Eternal Cinder Monastery or a Levijan Monastery will gain Distant Schools modifier until the end of the game, granting plus 50% local tax and manpower. Wow. Set tolerance of Centaur to coexisting. Irideos worship faith will now be included in the interfaith dialogue privilege. And both of those provinces gain a thing. Okay, so this will now be fine. Which is cool, I guess. Oh. Apparently I can do an outpost up here. Sure. That works. But we now have 2 more. So we have an Ascender Monastery here. And a Cinder Monastery here. Which means I do need to upgrade those to level 2. I mean, this is pretty clearly a good spot. This is a decent spot. You can also throw it down on a good trade good somewhere, like on cloth. But I think on the center of trade's fine, so let's get a fort built up there. And I need 2. I guess we can build it here then as well. So we have a fort built there. And in this region, we've got you. And this. It's forest, which isn't great. We can build one down here. So we'll do that, and then we can... Yeah, I guess we can do it here. That's fine. The other option is to place it on this estuary. I kind of like that idea more, actually. We already have most control over this. This will be cheaper to develop, so we'll build it there. And that'll work. That'll work. I have no one up north to deal with rebels. So let's get some guys up there. Widespread opposition, my stability. Jerks. I could get Inno for taking Miltech early. Do I actually want to do that though? Not particularly. I'd rather just develop somewhere. So I'm gonna let it go. Legitimacy questioned. Boo. Stop questioning my legitimacy. We are very legitimate. Beyond Fang still in that command war, by the way. Still in the command war. Never, ever, ever help AI, folks. Never do it. It's never worth it. Never. They've also blown all of their manpower in this war. Because they want a 100% peace deal versus Ping Hoi as well. And so they refuse to just peace out and move on. Will I finish off Ecogcentus? Yes. Yep, we don't need the land, but there's no reason to let them live. I should get the spy network built up on them so I can make the claim. I need a merchant up here. Yep, I'm gonna move from Gowan up to there. So that way all the trade can get brought down into my area. You go deal with those rebels. You don't both need to be here. Grombar wants money? No. I need the money, Grombar. I'm poor. I am poor and have no money. I will say goodbye to those elementals. We don't need them. Then Mansana's been fixed. It's just Kurinyana and Hengdu Bawu that have not been fixed. I'm pretty sure that the command could fix Hengdu Bawu. They fixed Tugayasa. All provinces in the Spear Domain must be warded. Shinlu, but that doesn't matter because nobody but Kenorians colonize it. Yeah. A solid not my problem down there. Well, actually, Ping Hoi has taken quite a bit of it. And the Gnomes and Bjarnrik. So, jot that one down. They did it. Ping Hoi's doing the thing. Kenorians stop them. Yep. Rajad Haga declares reconquest on the command. Good. Suffer. Those are academies, which I don't really care about. Those are dry docks, which I don't really care about. The smart thing to do would be to develop for our missions. So that's what I'll do. So he's manufactory. Well, we're still waiting for these mage towers to be done, so never mind. I won't do that. Instead, I'll develop this. Mage tower, school. Oh, do you not have a university? You sure don't. Okay, skip that one then. Jin Chang, you have mage tower, level 2, school. Do you also have a university? Son of a gun. Okay, Beyond Fang, surely you're smart. Yes. You're already 30 development. But that's fine. Courage development. There we go. That's now up to 40 development. Again, I don't think we need 40 development, but still, it's a good spot. Force them to give us our core province in Mimonoro. Oh, this one. Cool. Thanks, I guess. I didn't want it, but I guess we'll take it. Won't complain, right? It's free. Court and country. Imagine having absolutism. A white shore in an ocean of tears. The morning comes with little splendor this morning as Emperor Fulin rides upon a ferry and looks out towards the sea. A tapestry of grays and silver stretches out before him, occasionally striped with bands of yellow or orange hues. Waves lap languidly upon the side of the vessel and Fulin sighs. This will be the third day at sea with no prospect of forward motion. Fulin collapses down into a bench, feels the briny air brush against his face, and remembers a story. According to the High Temple of Keoadan, Dai, a child of the high god Dipar, one day journeyed with the high god Dagatha. Their destination, a land of white sands and prismatic waters. On each day, the winds would push them away from their quarry. Dagatha would patiently sit upon the deck and watch the waves, yet Dai would attempt to wrestle the craft back onto its course. On the first day, she tried with sails, then on the second with oars, and at last on the third day with both simultaneously. For these 3 days, Dagatha watched, until on the fourth day, she stood and moved to Daia's side. Dagatha placed a hand upon the oar and bade Daia to come sit. The words spoken or not written, a panel depicts the two sitting, watching the waves. A second panel shows Dagatha procuring a fishing net, then the third, fourth, and fifth panels depicted them as they waited. The winds and waves continued their churning, yet finally, upon the 6th day, the skies cleared. The craft reached the ever-changing sea and became beached upon her white shores. Safely upon those sands, it is said that Daia asked Dagatha, "Why did you not stop the winds?" To which Dagatha replied, "I did, but for those who were not us, for those who needed true aid when all we needed was patience." However, everyone knows that it is simply what we tell the children, for in the final image, Dagatha and Daia merely sit on the beach and cry. Fulin is shaken awake by the splash of salty water upon their face as the wind begins to gain strength, and considers the meaning of the tale. The journey is to move, to change, and to grieve what is lost. For sure. For sure, for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. So you're gonna go there. I will need to state these up. It's expensive that's gonna be. We're gonna develop all these to 11 Diplo Dev. That's what we're gonna have to do. Next up is universities. up here. And I'd also like university here. Here. That one already has one. That one already has one. We can establish a cinder monastery on that spot. This one needs to be developed up a bit, and we need to add a school in. You can establish. Upgrade that to level 2. You're all building stuff. That's great. Wonderful. We have 63 mage towers now, so I think we're covered on that. We're upgrading the spirit fire arts right now, and then we're upgrading the magical infrastructure afterwards. So we're all on track for that. We can get rid of an edict down here. Don't need to pay for it. To 5,700. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to throw some more universities down in here, just in preparation in case I do decide to develop in there, and I think I will, because we just need force limit. That's the real kicker. You are, of course, the main one. So I need to wait for this to finish, and then we can build a... We won't have a mage tower here, but that's alright for now. I'm not even going to wait. I'm just going to... Well, no, I don't need to develop there necessarily. Are we good here? We sure are. Okay. So Ratikod and whatever that other one is, it's going to count. I just want to double check this to make sure I don't mess up. So 10 provinces, 10 Diplo Dev, and a manufactory. All provinces in the Lake Fed region need to be owned by me or a direct subject. So Zerkenrek, you can be developed up to 10. You can get up to 10. And sure, I'll state this up to. Why not? That's up to 10. So that will complete the development that I need for this. Now it's just actually conquering the whole thing. After that, 5 owned provinces must be improved 15 times by its current owner. Anybody remember how many dev clicks I did here? Well, we should wait. Should we wait? No, I suppose not. Unless I think that I'm going to add a super dev thing here, which I don't think I will. So let's just get this to 40. We have the points, you know. On playing with fire. Time and again, we have pushed forward in our pursuit of progress, breaking down the barrier between the possible and impossible. But as we raced through uncountable discoveries, we neglected an important tenet that has proven to be the downfall of many great minds over the years. Just because you can, doesn't mean you should. Spiritual energy is naturally suppressed by the braziers of the Eternal Cinder monasteries. This proved to be a boon when dealing with crises such as the Face Stealers, but other spirits being warded from their territory instead begin to grow agitated. Who were these people who stripped them from their homes? Who gave them the right to remove them from ancestral grounds? And so these spirits waited in their weakened state and very slowly began to adapt to the searing astral heat. When they were ready, catastrophe erupted. All the monasteries in Gozenraj simultaneously began spewing giant bursts of flame, which settled on the ground and set it alight. These jets of fire reached far from the monasteries, destroying fields and decimating villages. It seems these terrible eruptions show no signs of slowing down, lest we appease the spirits and convince them to end their torment. Every Eternal Cinder monastery will gain +1 monthly devastation until the magical project is completed. If an Eternal Cinder monastery reaches 100 devastation, rebels will spawn. Okay. Alright. Also, that's +2. Just so we're clear. That is +2, not +1. Well, shit. Let's bring some troop stacks back into the areas. Now, they should all be covered by forts, which is great. Except, that does mean that they're all going to rise up at the same exact time, most likely. So there is that. If you hover dev cost or dev number, oh, that's right. That's right. Been improved 22 times. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's go ahead and seize land here. Monopoly company formed. I will take 6,000 ducats. Thank you very much. And with that 6,000 ducats, I will build regimental camps everywhere that I can get +1. I believe we still have our spell active. I'll put on the 0.95s as well. Why not? I mean, the 0.8s is probably worth it. Everything above 0.1 is probably worth it. And then more manufactories, I guess. I could start investing in manpower as well. We're almost halfway to our warrior monk force limit. Yippee for us. Yippee. Use dev to spread rebellions out? Yeah, I could. We'll probably just fight them though, honestly. We'll probably just fight them and deal with it. Can you stop? Maybe I should just forever send officers to these guys. It's 4 ducats to keep them more loyal. I think that's probably worth it. I'll buy down inflation so I don't max out on points here. And I can fabricate claims on you. When's my truce up with that guy? 1644, still 10 years away. They are 220% war score. That's kind of rough. Alright, we can take all those techs. They were incredibly cheap. Just so super incredibly cheap. That I will need to do more development again soon. My economy has taken actually a pretty significant hit considering all of the negatives that we're getting now. We're just going to upgrade all of our forts along the command border here. Just in case I get called into another war. But yeah, we'll just have to keep doing development, which is great. I love doing development. Can we somehow get a subjugation CB on that 220% friend? Ooh, you know, I don't think so, but I like the way you're thinking. That would make our lives a lot easier, wouldn't it? would make it a lot easier. We almost have enough force limit for the amount of warrior monks that we actually need. What's my gov cap at? 1441? You know we gotta do it. We gotta do it. Namjet is not an accepted culture. I should really only be stating up accepted cultures. Which this is. I mean, this has a lot of development potential, so I will state those as well. How many accepted culture slots do I have available? 3. I believe I'm going to get these cultures accepted for free. No. I will not, actually. Okay. In that case, maybe Namjut is a good choice to accept. Kamtarid is also a decent choice to accept. Shalmadan might be better, though. Kamgunai is 7% of my development. Kamgunai. It's up here. Yeah. Okay. So we'll accept both of those. And then I will state up all of that. Gov cap's only up to 1553. It's honestly not too bad. State that up. It's all... Like, I could make more trade companies over here, but I think the states are going to be better for us overall. We could also just do culture conversions on some of this land. Also a very valid option. Like, it's 1739. Somehow I have lost trading in precursor relics. Anyone want to explain that to me? How? That's a pretty good reason, actually. That's a pretty good reason, actually. That's unfortunate, because that's going to slow down our discoveries as well. But yeah, losing all the goods produced because of devastation definitely makes a lot of sense. Definitely makes a lot of sense. Well, I'm still going to add this in, because that upgrades this to level 2. Then I'm trying to remember where I put the other one. It was here, right? Yep, we gotta build a school. Either that or someone formed Ordend. Yeah. Turns out having a bunch of devastation, not good. Not good. Death of a merchant. I will take that prestige. There's only 6 more months until completion. I think we might get away with no rebels. We might be A-okay. An outpost is completed. That's nice. And we can hopefully start to build up some prosperity up here. I believe we'll need to recast our building spell. Yeah, we will. I also need to lower... If I wanted to recast extraplanar contact, I'll need to lower our bad boy level. Rekindled. At the end of the harrowing period of uncontrolled blazes, mages of the Ashen Soul emerged along with the common people of the land to discover their braziers nearly extinguished. The efforts taken to appease the spiritual powers were draining for both the magic of the Ashen Soul and the strength of the fires burning within the monasteries, and as one grew weak, so too did the other. Watching hopelessly as the flames sputtered, the people feared for the first time that the fire would be snuffed out and their homes lost. At that moment, those closest to the braziers suddenly began to feel a tingling sensation, and their hair and fur stood on end across their bodies. From high in the clouds, spirits descended onto the braziers and began to gather around the flames in droves. As they joined the burning embers, the fires grew larger and larger until with enough spiritual energy they reached the same strength as once seen before the firestorms began. And while unseen to many, some close to the flames have claimed to even hear a playful laughing sound as they flickered and danced in the wind. In any case, with the merging of spirit and spirit fire, the possibilities for our homes and people are truly endless. Who knows what we will accomplish with the spirits on our side? The Ashen Soul looks to take this question and answer it tenfold as they run off to grab their scrolls and quills as the hunger for knowledge calls them once again. We lose the sputtering flames modifier. And it looks like our warrior monk force limit actually goes up. Because right now, it gets 2% warrior monk force limit from a level 2, and this is giving now 4%. And level 1s give 3%. So that's gonna increase even more. Caretakers of Mage Towers. Oh, right. Local autonomy everywhere with Mage Towers. That's fine. Well, that's cool. So now... oh. Oh, I see. I can see clearly now the rain has gone. It's actually going to be super easy for us to get the 500 that we need. It's actually never been easier. It's actually so easy. Okay. Well, let's start upgrading our magical infrastructure. We will cast Summon Familiars, and then I will cast Bread and Circuses. It won't actually lower their infamy at all. But maybe with another 1 or 2, then we can do Extraplanar Contact and get that estate experience modifier for 10 years. Cannot make more monks than our force limit. We're just built different, okay? We can start to repair Seer as well. Why not? Why not? That works. You are an OPM. You have no allies. Declare that, and Sunajala can go and take him out. Let's go and blockade him. Ew, get those galleys out of here. Make sure that they can't go and ruin my prosperity somewhere else. Okay, and that's the war. Sunajala, they're all yours. Fidenkai declares war upon the command. Okay, I think the command is officially going to be dead now. Find it of merit. Nope, I like my current heir. He's fine. He's perfectly fine. I don't really need to worry about force limit as much now. Now I am worried about manpower. Now I actually do have to provide that much manpower to build all those troops, so let's start getting some more manpower going. And then... why don't you make your way north? We can take these guys out. I was kind of hoping they would ally Koro here, but it's what it is. We're losing generals left and right. Devolution, magical organization. Oh, and you can flip back to going to guilds. No thanks. No thank you. I quite like having the religious organization here. In fact, can I cancel this? Convert here? So then I can culture convert here? And then I can build the God's Wall or something? Bread and circuses lowers the status suspicion of the ruler? Yes, that's why I want it. I guess as long as they're not a higher suspicion than my ruler, it doesn't matter. Right? That's how it works. We're just gonna have to wait for this to die off. Let's get max level forts on our special spots so the devastation goes away faster. I then need to develop something somewhere. You are not a Cinder Monastery. You are cringe. You are a Cinder Monastery. You have no prosperity. That's okay. We're here to save you. Boom. You have officially been saved. You? Courage development? I don't even think... I'll call it flames, why not? Congratulations. You have also been saved. I don't know if you even had a mage tower. I don't care. You're already 40 development. You're just going to have to get over it. Definitely want the gov reform progress. You guys aren't even stated over here, but that's fine. Spy network construction or prestige. Well, I have max prestige, so I don't particularly care about it. We're also at permanent 100 prestige, so that's fine. Cannon run. Give me the money. I like money. Alright, all this trade value is now moving into Tianlu. Bringing all that down. I do own this. I'm going to add this to a trade company. We're going to try and see if we can't get a merchant out of this somehow, some way. My half-price mill advisor is dead. This is very sad. Very, very sad. Still gonna upgrade you to max though. No, man. My good rulers never live to 100. That's not true. Our 666 lived for a very long time. I can't exactly complain. But still, now I'm only making 18 admin a month. What's the point? What's the point? All right, you. Time for you to go bye-bye. What kind of nation is this? One that wants me to develop a bunch now. March of expanding apathy. Well, that's unfortunate. I like my production efficiency. We really need to get our trading in relics back. That will be a significant help to us. Cast with magical spirit flamethrowers. Yeah, pretty much. We minted flamethrowers pretty early on here. You get annexed. Thank you. Just to make things look better. I could seize land. Yeah. Go ahead and do it. Truce with you is up. I would need to find a way to get a claim on them to help truce reset this guy. Because really, that's the only thing holding us back from really finishing this. All provinces in North and South Uruguay have a university. Oh, okay. I see. I see. And I need 5 cathedrals in the north, 5 cathedrals in the south. And I need to own the whole damn thing. Well, I mean, that's fine. Okay, that's now level 2. Really, it's just Uruguay that we don't have at level 2 yet, which is to be expected. 250 gov cap available there. I guess there's a pretty good argument for truce breaking here. Have you restored all the temples? No. Is that also a requirement? But no, we have not. They're getting worked on though. But we have multiple. We have like 3 being fixed right now. So they're already taking a while. Speaking of, there is Tianlu fixed. This one will only take 14 years now. Guess we can start on it. Why not? Is it that it's 1639 and we get bored by max truces? Yes. That is the very good justification for me to truce breaking a bunch. My army organizer that I just hired has died. Grombar needs my help fighting this guy. You don't understand. I'm going to get a discipline advisor. It's going to be a real tough war. Real tough war against this OP. Oh, never mind. Never mind. They're dead. I can sell titles. Sure, I'll go ahead and do that. And they're gone. Another temple complex in Seer has been restored. The level 6 forts are coming online. 4 years until this truce is up. The mages are more infamous than the Emperor. Oh, and we're no longer proficient or better in illusion. Yeah, that is a problem, ain't it? I could plant growth, though, and make it an insane amount of money. How do I gain ruler infamy? I guess just fireballing a bunch. Meteor swarming. The problem is it's going to take us a while to get there. We'll be able to do 2 meteor swarms, though. I'm gonna go up to stab 3. There's another temple complex restored. Be done in 52. Sure, let's get started on it. Grombar is calling me into another war. Grombar, you're being annoying. You're being very annoying. You don't need my help. They have no troops. You quite literally do not need my help. I think I'm just gonna have to click the do not call me into wars button. ports for us to do magic on? Yeah, they're far away though. But maybe we can get to one. Starry Eye Scholar is gone. Oh man. I can't re-invite someone? What about Radiant Sun? Is there anyone with Radiant Sun still out there? No, unfortunately not. That would have been the best one to get that dev cost. Oh, that would have been so nice. So nice. Who is Starry Eye? Who is Starry Eye that I improved with enough to be able to do that? I got to 150. I don't know. Maybe it was you? I just influence you? And then I ally you? I still have it? No. It went away. Do not call me into any wars. Your old vassal? Oh, that would make sense. Okay, we'll convert this over to Haramari. My court mage is dead. My Diplo advisor is dead. All my friends are dead. We want trade efficiency, I guess, would be fine, but I want to be level 5. And I'm not accepting the bolds right now, so that'll just have to do. I haven't developed this up at all yet. We don't have universities in here though. So let's get the universities built up. Plenty of universities over here. We know that we're going to need them over here, so start building. We'll worry about construction costs and whatnot another time. For now, we just build. We are going to enlighten the people of the Lake Fed. We're going to teach them. Oh, I just sieged the fort down. Oops. Oops. We're going to teach the people of Lake Fed how great magic is. But, that's level 2 now. So that should be good to go. Jade March is getting pulled into war after war. Kai, would you like access? No. Okay. Whatever. I mean, they're up there, so I guess they don't need it. It's funny, I have the missionary one on here because of this, but I don't need to convert that, and I can't. You have a university, you have a school, you have a mage tower, you have that. So let's get to developing. So there. Actually, just going to 30 might be better. Right, because we hit the development breakpoint for like cheaper dev, and it's still pretty good. A deal with the Oni. Can people stop dealing with whatever Oni are left in this world? Please? I'd really appreciate it. The commander now monks? Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. Uvari is about to attack Thidinkai. We're once again trading in precursor relics. Do not call me into this war. I am not interested in fighting against Thidinkai right now. We're locked in elsewhere. I'm about to go to war up here. I want Zhongdu to have an academy. That's fine. Suitable recruits. Goodbye, 54,000 manpower. A 626 air? Sure. Because I can turn them into a war wizard. Turn him into a war wizard. Pinghui is apparently pirating me now. And we used to be friends. Pinghui and I. We go back. But they just chose the wrong side of history to be on, unfortunately. It's fine. That is a level 7 fort right there. Why don't you bring the 40,000 cannons over? He does have 81,000 troops. I don't know where he's hiding them. Like, it has to be right here. Right? It's 45 right here. But where's the other... Where's the other group? Maybe they're in their allies' territory? No, they are right here. 36,000. Okay. I have too many cannons on that stack. Which is great for us. And once again, I'm about to max out on admin points. You're at 67 development. You're at 40 development. You could be dev'd up. You're at 40. What about 510? I don't think I've upgraded 510 yet. I also don't have a mage tower on it. I don't care. I straight up do not care if I have a mage tower here or not. I just need to ditch these monarch points. Boom. Boom. We should upgrade the centers of trade and marketplaces down here in order to try and keep some more control over this node. We're up to 132 value in Tianlu. It's not great, but we're getting there. Have we considered the Ask-A-Ray solution? To the Oni, we did. We did the Ask-A-Ray solution. But people still, they find them. There's just some out there, apparently. Oh, command is suffering big time. It's so Jover, command bros. It's so Jover. Rains fall. Level 6, level 6. That's level 2. This is level 4. Should probably get all of these upgraded to level 6. I need a fort here that's level 6. Just in case Grombar and I come to blows over something. I don't think we will, but you never know. You never know with AI these days. They're always looking to backstab you. Outlaw mages. Don't care. Give me the SA experience. Right. There we go. That should be good at keeping these guys loyal forever, hopefully. This is still ticking up. I need to be blowing up some forts here soon. We do have enough mana to blow up 2 forts. Which ain't too bad. Can start fixing that. I don't know. You know, we just gotta repair the temples. At this point, it really is just waiting. I think we will truce break. We could honestly swap over to the better truce break government reform. Just drop the balance of power. But I don't even think we need to do that. I am the state for the 250 gov record, or gov reform, or gov cap. Damn. Words are hard. Gov cap would be good. We could also click divine right, I suppose, for the war score cost versus different religions. That would help a little bit. They didn't even get to do their funny little disasters. They didn't. They didn't. We shut them down before they could do anything like that. I could seize here. I don't think I need to, though. This disaster is going to be a problem. Perhaps it's time that we consider yoinking some of these privileges away. It would have to be seek magical advice. Actually, you know what would be a better idea? Is to yoink supremacy over the crown away from the nobles. Because that's going to lower their influence by 10. They also have 45% control of crown land. When I seize, I do not take their crown land. That does lower their loyalty to 99.8 though. So that's kind of unfortunate. Investment in magical arts. Estate experience plus 20%. Yep. Go ahead and do that. That'll just make him even stronger, but... oh well. What are you gonna do? I want to get through this studying as fast as possible. Okay, whatever your name is. 90,000 troops? Pathetic. I'm declaring war for your capital. Jung Yuckaroy. Mm-hmm. For sure. I do not need to call in Grombar because I am a big kid who can declare wars on his own. Believe it or not. You are going to get fireballed. So much for your level 7 fort, by the way. You are attacking the Witch Queen, Lakefed, Sunderer, Formable, and do not even know it. I don't. I don't even know it. You're right. And guess what? It doesn't matter. They have to die. Now I can go over here. I can say, boom, another meteor swarm. Boom, another fort taken. Then you can walk over here. We can siege this down like crazy. That fort has been built. Wonderful. So they're now like stuck in here. Yes. Sure. I guess you can start working on that. I could take these guys out. I'm really hoping they ally them, though. What do I want to do with these points? I guess we just keep developing. Sure. Why not? I'm gonna expand infrastructure there. We'll get that to 30 development. Can build a manufactory. New gov reform. Let's go with war score cost versus different religions. And I'm gonna clean up the north. He does have 2 forts in there. I could do something like this to make sure... Well, Grumbar's not going to take anything anyways. That's not necessarily true, because he could declare war on Lenkina and then take things. Yeah, see, he's already kind of wanting stuff over here. Want to push to 40 right now? Because I don't think I need it. I don't think I need 40. I don't think I actually need it. Hadinaleth, thank you for the follow. So we could do something like that. But if I'm gonna truce break, and I'm thinking that I'm going to, then really the best plan is just grab the forts, right? And we just grab all the forts, we core up the forts, and then we truce break them, and then he's only 117% war score. That's assuming that I don't go over my gov cap, which I will. Which I will be going over it, so let's build gov cap. Psychic elongation. Huh, cool. Cool. That also got rid of the mage disaster. If I can either become a Witch King or get my mage influence lower than 100, that'd be great. I don't exactly know how that's gonna happen. But yeah, alright. We lost Radicod. How? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they didn't use magic. I guess they just siege it down real quick. They just did a quick little sieging down. No problem. If I'm gonna have to do an extra truce break anyways, I think the correct play is to break their alliance with their ally. Yeah. You didn't even have to die on the mountain. You don't even know, man. You don't even know about the bodies that have been put there. Unlimited bodies. So that means that we should not take that and instead cancel your alliance with this guy. Or what would be smarter, much smarter, is force march up, take their capital, and then force them to break their alliance. That's what a smart person would do. Why is the lake fed not basically uninhabitable tundra? I'm assuming it's because of the water. Though I do think the winters are pretty harsh. Oops. Shouldn't have done that. Turn that edict off. You can head back down south somewhere. Quarry operation scrutinized? Well, have that. You run up and help here. You also run up and help. Land was created by fire giants with eruptive volcanoes for a giant made paradise. Right. Yeah, I guess there is also that. The classic, it's magic answer. I'm gonna fireball to increase infamy a bit. I'll just assault this. Because they're not gonna be able to stop that. So you break your alliance with them. You can walk back. You are going to give me all of your forts in this province. Thank you. We'll core it up. And then we will walk most of you back down here. Not you, though. You walk over there. You can join them. We will siege this guy down real quick. We'll just take his land. You're going to occupy that in the next war. Then we'll truce break. We'll take a bunch. And it'll work. It'll be good. It'll be fine. It'll be wonderful. Because that magical infrastructure level 3 is the only thing we're really waiting on now. Other than just doing these missions and building the troops. Like, we are there. So we're definitely going to be finishing this up today. Take that. You can give me that. We can start to build more universities. I mean, universities literally everywhere over there. Speed 5. Sunajala is happy with me. Guess I can improve the relations to Max. Incompatible biology. I'm a little bit worried about our gov cap. Maybe I should have just gone with the government capacity. People are still flipping over to the cube over here. Hey, just for my war. Nice. A 4-3-6. I think this will be the last ruler we have, so I'm not too worried. Busalar actually stayed Regent Court, interestingly enough. Max out on mill. Just go ahead and take all the techs. Take them all. You need to move back down. Use government cap for cheap. That's true. Military power. Another temple restored. Yippee. Didinkai is getting obliterated by Buvari, which makes sense. Buvari has a super valuable trade node, so they can just merc up forever and ever and ever. There's not much that anyone else can really do about it. Thank God I don't have to fight him. Not something that I'd want to be doing in this game. Bum, 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 bada, bum, bum, bum. These are taking much longer. Which I suppose is fine. I'm just ready to get my truce break. Doesn't Buvar get huge merc penalties? Oh, that... Yeah, that went away a long time ago. It's like for the first 50 years. First 50 years, they get the truce penalties. What is this? Barome Codez. Nope, that can't be right either. It is Teiriglik. Sure. You know, the nice thing about having no absolutism, I can just buy down war exhaustion. Just buy it down. It don't even matter. You can reinforce that. That's another stack wipe. You can spread out. Occupy, occupy, occupy. We don't need these guys around any longer. Have I played Orn Valium or no? No, I have not. I have played in that region. I have played the Mercenary King, and I have played Lascaris. That's it. So we'll take that. We'll take this. Holy shit. Still 39% war score. Okay. Core it up. Apparently I did not finish Kurinyana before declaring that last war. Oops. Now I played the Taken Empire formable if you continue with Lascaris. No. Because Lascaris is a Meon, and a Meon doesn't form the Larenkar Empire. You just play a Meon forever. Or maybe there's a name change or something. But we didn't form the Empire. Yeah. Kadishrapur? No. Illegal. You're not allowed to spawn heretics on Kadishrapur. That is illegal. That is illegal. You know what's not illegal, though? Fully upgrading the God's Wall. I can just burn manpower into it and a little bit of money. Then we can just burn money into it and a little bit of manpower. And now it's level 3. I can gain 106,000 manpower back. And now we have this at level 3, which gives us 0.25 local prosperity growth in the region. Globally, a missionary strength, and philosopher loyalty equilibrium. Yippee. So now we can convert. One more province at a time. Let's go. Huge. Even though it's converting things that we actually don't need to convert. I'd rather you convert things here. 25 ducats a month to convert that province. Crazy. That's actually wild. No Taken Empire play either. No, I have not. Just Taken the preformable. Yeah. I've not played in Taken a lot. Mages and the state. I would gladly gain a corruption for experience. My firstborn for mage experience. No, we're poor. We're poor. I am rooting out corruption. It's costing me 81 ducats a month. Casual. Tomorrow is Minecraft Day? Yeah, probably. We'll probably just do some Minecraft until the update comes out. Finish the high temples? Why? There. The temples are being restored. Then we fixed. Is it time to revisit Hammerhome? No, I don't think so. I don't think it is. Big Hammerhome fan, huh? Manufactories. Cool. No Eskin Gaming? I don't know who we're going to play next. It could be Eskin. We could give the Goblins a try. It just depends, though. It needs to be a shorter run. It needs to be a shorter run. Since the update comes out not too long from now. I don't know how long the Gobos are. So not New Estel then. No, probably not New Estel. We good? Can I kill you now? Just dirt cheap to stab back up. Absolutely dirt cheap. Basically free. Dog eater? They can raise now? Whoa. Wait, raising an Eskin is useless. Raising an Eskin, I mean, it's not useless, but it's definitely not as good as other regions. Since, you know, a lot of it's uncolonized at the start. I don't care about your cores, just give me the land. We've done it. Unravel Calcito. With the support of Sunajala, who languished under the democratic barriers present in Calcito, we've begun our campaign to bring the Lake Federation to heel. The legacy of oppressing those who share our magical aptitude is one that has stained all accomplishments in the black aura of evil, and so we have made clear our intentions to right their wrongs. Magecraft has brought our citizens from fear and isolation into pride and unity, and those who turn against it put themselves at odds with the very spirit of our nation. Today, Calcito will be corrected. The Frost Lotus Seat takes control of the Truinic treasure fleet. Radikod and Bazur Karshtulu will become the Cinder Monasteries. We make Sunajala a vassal again. Oh, they're just not a march anymore. The treasure fleet is reignited. And they are not so happy with me anymore because I can't do that. Okay, that's fine. I don't think we're ever annexing him. I don't think we're ever going to annex him. So magical infrastructure we're working on. An army equal to or larger than 500,000. We could start building those troops up. It's probably a good idea. And then it's a lot of development. All provinces in North or South Yerakoi region are owned by Gozenraj. Oh, man. That's tough. It's time for annexing. I think I just break vassalage and truce break them. Honest to God, I think it's just better to do that. Interview a console? No, we don't have to. We can do it our way. Like, it'll suck that we have to truce break them, but again, it doesn't really matter. It's super cheap for us to stab up. It's 27 admin to stab up when we're in the negatives. It's free. It's free. 4 months of admin pays for a truce break. How many years to annex? It'll probably be like 30 years to annex or something. Because they are... They're 456 development. I need to wait 10 years to start the annexation process. Like, we could wait until Tech 22 take influence ideas, and then we might annex them in a semi-reasonable amount of time. Counterpoint, we could annex them within 10 years if I just break vassalage and truce break them immediately. So that's what we're gonna do. I also need to upgrade a Cinder Monastery around here somewhere. I think we can place a Cinder Monastery here, a Cinder Monastery there, and then we can put a Cinder Monastery here. And if I build why can't I turn this? It needs a fort? Sure. I'll build a fort here and we'll turn that into a Cinder Monastery. Don't do it. You have to annex for the event. The event? What event? What event? I don't give a damn about no event. That's not true. I don't care. They're gonna die. That's the event. The event is you've annexed them. Congratulations. I do need to... I'll break the vassalization right before. Stop currying favors. Go ahead and cast Vicious Mockery to them. Enable Divert Trade. So that way they're just loyal. Do I have a new truce with them? So that would be unfortunate. I enjoy how the good guy roleplay's gone out the window. We're now just in the I don't care about your opinion. Well, you know, it's the end of the run. They'll cease to exist after it. So it won't matter what they think. It simply will not matter. We can get more universities built. If they wanted to live, maybe they should be more annexable. They didn't even think about that. Viscous Mockery. Yeah. Prove the Grombar. My statesman is dead. Rippy dippy. Can't afford to promote him because I'm broke. I'm broke and poor. You have a rump state to vassalize? No, I have to own all of it myself. Otherwise, I just leave them. But I have to own all of it myself. We'll take a loan for this. Actually, no, we won't. No loans. No loans for us. Still super far out from tech. That's fine. They have 31,000 troops. 29,000 troops. Man, they fell off. Being a march was really carrying them. Really, really carrying them. Seize land, keep making it smaller. For what? For what? I'd rather just annex them. I'll be so real with you. I'd rather just annex them and be done with it. You know what? Turn that into a monastery. Because we're not even far off of getting this done. It's just a bunch of development. You all know how much I love developing. That's done. Okay. Save game. Time to murder. They are a subject, which gives us a -2. Now, go ahead and break vassalization. I love click button. I love click button. I don't care. Shit, I did get rid of all my claims on them by doing it like that. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care. Get in there. What are they gonna do? Cry about it? Build a spy network. I'll have a claim for the next one. Oh, they are obliterating my navy, by the way. Yeah, they've got a real ass navy. Make the air a war wizard. Get the war wizard onto that siege. What are they gonna do about it, huh? It's fine. It's fine. I don't even need to stab up. Doesn't matter. There will be rebels. We'll deal with them when they show up. Give me the state's governing cost, I guess. Age ability. Give me that. The search for magic artifacts. Yeah, fine. You already know what the peace deal is going to look like. This. Try and connect them together in some semi-reasonable way. Actually, I'll probably skip this fort. I have to skip a fort somewhere. Because I can't core this. So I guess I'll just do this. That works. That works. This first war will take a little bit, but then it won't matter. In fact, I don't want to lose prosperity everywhere, so I'm going to go up to stab 2, or stab 1. 'Cause I like prosperity. 1 siege down. To the next one. Sunajala, your days are numbered. They're telling me that I can develop. Encourage development. This is already 34 dev. It's improved 18 times. This has been improved 22 times. Yeah, but they're not improved by me, which is the problem. So actually, forget about it. I don't care. I do kind of need my admin is the thing. This has been improved 10 times. 15 times. Okay, so that one counts. Then you. You've been expanded. Did I get there? What about now? That's 3. Beautiful. Don't I have a stack that has a decent amount of cannons around here somewhere? Yeah, it looks like I split them up though. We'll do that. Yikes. Honestly, just meteor swarm that. just meteor swarm it. What the hell am I doing? We'll just skip that fort entirely. No level 7 fort sieging for us. Thank you very much. And this fort, I need you to run back up here. They're probably going to grab this fort, which kind of sucks. So you move behind another fort. Oh, shit. Oh, no. My bad. I went a little crazy clicking the buttons I see. Turns out people think that you're a bad guy when you blow up forts. I call it strategic military. Tearful affects an entire area. Extraplanar contact costs half mana. Also gives 0.3 mana regeneration. They all do. This is +1 monthly magic experience, though. Casting Lead the Crowd throws all estate infamy. Aid construction gives +1 global possible number of buildings. I'm a polymath. Diplo reproduction, aggressive expansion. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. I really should have brought my cannons in with me. Would have definitely made it a stack wipe if I had done so. Don't care about my mana regeneration. I just want to complete that magical infrastructure. Okay, now you can run back down here. I see the Witch King stuff with new spells. Oh yeah, no, they're really good. You can customize what kind of Witch King you are, which is super awesome. I do enjoy it quite a bit. Though that bottom one does just feel better than the rest of them due to the magic study experience. Though I do always have that eye out for the one that gives vassalization acceptance chance. Being a Witch King without losing the Diplo rep and getting an additional 10 vassalization reasons is pretty good. Like, that's a pretty strong modifier to get, especially if you've taken espionage ideas. Benevolent Witch King. Exactly. You get it. You get it. We're a benevolent Witch King. For the good of the people. Of course. Of course. That's all I care about. The people. Surely. Now, of course, I only care about how the people serve to make me more powerful, but yeah. There wasn't a university on that province I developed. Huge. %. No dice. I'll take the 50 prestige. Yeah. I know. I'm maxed out on admin. Magical infrastructure, level 3, finally unlocked. Yippee! Breaking the chains. A common sight among the hobgoblin masters of the command are collars and shackles produced from Karashi. These jet black instruments of torture and punishment render a mage completely helpless to any who wish to bring them harm, causing them to become the main tool used by the warmongers to persecute mages throughout Shamakat. With this terrifying power at their disposal, the command has seen mages as little more than a smear on the larger canvas of the world. But we know better. We have seized the sources of Karashi from the hills of Hakkuma, and after painstaking experimentation and countless failures, our triumph lies just beyond the horizon. Let the command believe that they alone control the fetters of magic, and will make it all the better when we break their chains. We have an easier time upgrading to the next magical level infrastructure. Elemental Fury is free to cast till the end of the game. The Mage's Decree will fire. There it is. Within the borders of the Hobgoblin Command, mages have been oppressed for the crime of existence and treated as untrustworthy and dangerous. Long has this oppression gone unchecked as the command spread across Helest like a cancer. No longer will the command freely oppress our brethren, beating them into submissions and shackling them with Karashi chains. The word has spread through Shamakat of our inevitable assault and our quest to free the mages from their shackles. As we make our declaration of war, many prisoners within the command follow suit and begin to rebel against their hobgoblin masters. They have been assailed on two sides. We shall use this opportunity to strike and win freedom for all mages within the command. Forward march. 25 furious mages rise up in the command. We declare war on the command with the end existence casus belli. Do I have to? I'm going to call him Buvari. Why not? I'm busy. Buvari? Kill the command. I do have 88,000 troops, so I do kind of need to bring some amount of troops down into here. And of course, you have 45,000 troops. How could I forget about that? My bad for forgetting about the grand and glorious Gobos. How dare I? Meteor swarm other forts? I would love to, but I'm afraid that's not an option. Always be casting, so they say. Always be casting. Summon elementals. Should be free. I might just need to have the actual mana available, though. Which would be kind of weird, but whatever. Alright, command. I'm gonna sunder you. No more shall you have the wings to fly. Or whatever. Oh, Elemental Fury is free. What's Elemental Fury? Oh, we do have to be legendary in evocation to do it. But it gives artillery combat ability, cheaper barrage cost, more shock damage. Whenever we barrage a province while having this war magic active, we will also cast Fireball for free. It can only apply to a province once a year. It's really good. That's really good. Our admin's getting a little high. Buvari, what are you doing? Get in there. Oh, they're up here fighting the Gobos, scaring them off. Well, I appreciate that, but can we stay focused, please? We should, by the way, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. We should start building up these troops. Build monks, look at that. We're on the same wavelength. Same wavelength. We can just start building them up. We need an army equal to 500,000 here. Spellcasting will now give you power points. I do need to build the cathedrals, so let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? I'll even build a 6th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna build 8 down here. We just got to make sure that we have universities built up and that we own it all. It's time to develop you. Congratulations. That's the wrong... You know what? Edict of Absolutism? Yeah. For sure. For sure, Edict of Absolutism is exactly what I wanted. I miscounted. I thought I was already at 3. I sure was not. So I developed that a whole bunch. I didn't need to. But you know what? That grain province, it's one of the best out there now. Better watch out. Better watch out. Come on, Bavari. Just hire another couple merc stacks. You think the Canal province needs a university? You're probably right. You are. Good catch. Sunajala separatists dealt with. Manpower recovered. It's not all the claims. I forgot to build a spy network up on Sunajala and get a claim, so we'll have to wait for that. Whoa, we got through 1 fort, guys. Let's go. Let's go. We can make some serious bread on that province. Nice. Nice. I am gonna lose Kapakazal here. So you know what? Just forget all that. We're gonna go contest. We'll leave Buvari to siege it down. They are more than capable. Yeah, they do get the siege. Force march 113,000 troops over there immediately. Yeah, you cannot siege down Kadisrapur. I will not let you. Not gonna happen. You know what? I'm glad we're dismantling the command. I'm so sick and tired of these guys. How many wars have we had against the command, do you think? At least 10. Probably more like 6. How many times do you have to fight a guy before he just dies, you know? More than one. That's true. I can't contest that. It has, in fact, been more than one. It's been more than one war. These are true facts. The fact that they didn't collapse after losing their core land is quite something, because, like, no war camps or even hobgoblins. Yeah, it's a little wild, but, like, I get it, because imagine that was a requirement. They're like, oh, if they lose their camps, then they immediately fall apart. Then you just snake for the camps every time. Right, like, you immediately, in the first war, just try and take the camps to shut them down. I was really expecting Buvari to do more work here, I won't lie. You've won so many wars against the command in your DAC run, you lost. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. That's true. Because they can lose many, many times. You can only lose once. That's how it works. There's a ramparts here? Oh, man. How am I going to deal with that, guys? How am I going to deal with the ramparts that are right there? That's going to take forever for us to siege through. If only there was a way. If only there was a way to siege it faster. Shady path, shady hand. No, I'm not becoming devouring path. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Every game in Hellas where you take Yancha, they're like, oh, devouring path? Eh? Think about it. Think about it. And every time I'm like, no. Why would I do that? That sounds like a bad decision. Buvari, can you please do something? Like, what is going on here, man? I'm up here doing truce break wars, finishing truce break wars before you can even help me finish this one war. Okay, and we will be able to annex them. Oh, nice. The Age of Artificery. We are a nation of mages, not artificers. Go ahead and we'll core all that up. I should no longer need these 40,000 cannons up here, so let's send them down towards the command, because apparently we need them. Apparently we need them down here. We'll bring you two over as well. Jade March gets Silent Streets. El Bozo. Coming up there. Okay, they are actually fighting the command here. I don't know why you just filed in like that. They did win, though. So that's got to count for something. It was maybe the dumbest way for them to do that, but they are doing something, and that's what I asked them to do, and therefore I cannot complain. A 5-4-6 air. Sure. That's pretty good. Make the heir a war wizard. Get that heir onto the siege of the command capital. Time for instant sieges. You're Mark Oni, calling from the Devouring Path Association. Do you have a moment to talk about the glory of void and infernal power? Meanwhile, there are no Oni left. But you know what? Maybe I've changed my mind. It's possible. They are probably going to make me siege down Jade March, aren't they? One stab for 16,000 crowns. Yeah, dude. Easily. Easily. No problem there. Okay, we're building courthouses here first. I'm fine with that. That's your capital now. You two walk over there. That's been taken. Bad reputation. L reputation. I've maxed out on mill points. Just take the mill tech. Just take the goddamn mill tech. Another bad reputation event. It's almost like we're overextended or something. There goes my spy master. Get you to max level. Hey, get you to max level too. What do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing? Heathens in high places. I don't care. He's cool. He's chill. He does magic. Guys, think about it. You're just jealous of our magical prowess. That's what it is. I'll set you up there. Command should be out of troops now. Yeah. Oh, wow. Look at that. You're almost disloyal. Impressive. Delayed salaries. Okay. I didn't want 81,000 manpower anyways. What was I going to do with 81,000 manpower? Commander refuses to peace out still, which makes sense. It is 100% war score. It's like a real 100% war score too, not a greedy 100%. Go to stab 2. Are these almost done? We're getting there. We're getting there. The wars to exterminate their state. Yeah, you know, I'm not gonna flame them for not wanting to peace out. But they do want to peace out now. Goodbye, command. Get sundered. The Sarlevon trials. The command is over. Everyone go home. Nevermore shall we be troubled with their presence. Ooh, I gained 6 stab. Oops. How long are these here for? That's fine. Hey, I thought I sundered them. Maybe I have to click it. But they're looking mighty unsundered to me. Just saying. They're looking mighty, mighty, mighty unsundered. Okay, Sunajala, I will truce break you. We will never again be troubled with their presence. There it is. Cool. So now we just have 2 commands. We've doubled the amount of commands by sundering them. Great, great job. Great job, everybody. We've done it. That does mean that the Jade March is now independent. You're welcome. I freed you from slavery. Not that you wanted to be free, but damn it, I'm going to make you free. You go here, you here, you here, you here, you there. Go ahead and assault. Tiger Command's about to get jumped on. And that is all of the Lake Fed owned by me. Why did the mission just complete? I don't know. I don't know. Build more troops. Okay. Oh, I only needed... Oh. I misread. So either you need a university everywhere, or you only need 5 cathedrals in the north and south. I guess if you do this faster, maybe the cathedrals allow you to do it first? No, because you get universities first. Well, either way, it doesn't matter. So now, we just need to do development. Improved 10 times. But it hasn't been improved 10 times by me. I don't think so. Okay. That's another one. And now you will also need to be developed. This has now been improved 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Son of a biscuit. 16, 17, 18. The Spirit of Kalyin. With magic restored within the lakes of Yarakoi, officials of Gozenraj now turn away from squashing dissidents to understanding the people of Calcito. The three goddesses at the Lake Federation each prove to be thrilling objects of scrutiny, but the most enthralling of all is their united incarnation, Kalyin, Spirit of the World. As we dig deeper into the faith of Kalyin, we begin to glean astounding insights on Calcito and her people. Our scholars continue to search the tomes of her worship, with one question haunting their every move: what will they find at the bottom? The study of Kalyin. Much of what we learned about Levajan beliefs includes stories of the Supreme Spirit, the central figure of their faith, who split his soul into fragments in order to create the world. These teachings are shared with religions such as Uman Omi of the Bishogi, a common faith among the people of Modoc. But as we continue to explore the archives and religious texts of Calcito, we've begun to uncover some older texts relating to the three goddesses of the lakes and their fused incarnation known as Kalyin. In the teachings of those who follow Kalyin, the primary tenet of their beliefs is that everything in the world originated from Kalyin as part of her creation. This central axiom is eerily similar to those shared by the followers of the Supreme Spirit, and by tracing this shared belief down the annals of history, we have discovered that the two entities are nearly identical in their respective religions. Shocking the clergy when first discovered. With time, this revelation began to lead to Levajan and high philosophy scholars alike flocking to Yarakoi, where they study the faith of the lakes and how it relates to what we understand. In our haste to obliterate the magical discrimination present in Calcito, we failed to realize how similar these people were to our own citizens. After meeting with officials of the faith of Kalyin, our two cultures quickly began to form a camaraderie now that our image was not that of tyrannical mages. We learn more from our people every day. Our foray into the lakes has proven to not be an exception. Faith guides us all, no matter the form. Interfaith teachings modifiers now upgraded. And it now applies to all of this, which is super, super nice. Apparently not to Inuk followers, though. It's just the Kalyin worship. Yeah, and now we just need the 500 warrior monks. So we just wait for the monks to build. How many do I have right now? 407. So 40. We'll build the rest out. 1, 2, 3. And that'll be 500, and that will complete the mission tree. Let's go ahead and spread out so we're not wasting a bunch of manpower. We can click this again next year to gain manpower back if we need to. There is shackled no more. We are above 500,000 force limit, or 500,000 troops. Long have the mages of Shalmakad been stifled and imprisoned within dread Karashi shackles, but as our research approaches a new zenith, we have discovered a way to destabilize and ultimately render Karashi inert, making these restraints little more than decorative bracelets. The time has come for our brethren to be freed, and for us to descend onto Shalmakad once and for all. As long as we walk the earth of Helest, this will hold true. No mage will be shackled ever again. As we move across the last battlefield of Shalmakad, we gather the few Karashi manacles that were recovered from the Hobgoblin commanders and place them together into a meager pile. Spirit Fire monks channel their flames into the restraints, and after absorbing the energies, the shackles detonate into a shower of glittering black dust. All our soldiers simultaneously cheer, for they know that at last the final menaces of mage-kind have been obliterated, and they are truly free. We have fought to bring our people together, and now we have fought to save those who are our people only in ability, nothing more. The cruelty of the command has been broken, and we have forged an everlasting bond with mages, not just of Shalmakad, but of all Helest. With our new position as defender of magic, mages flock to our nation to give us their skills and knowledge. Who knows what the future holds in store for us, except the fact that we will stand as the bastion of magical freedom from now until we fall to dust. Free at last forevermore. Every time you cast a spell, you will gain admin diplo mill points depending on the level of the spell. And we get Breaker of Change till the end of the game, minus 10% tech cost, 20% mage loyalty, 10% mana regeneration. Mission tree expands. Conquer the rest of Hellas. Let's hope not. Let's hope not. Because I don't think I'll be doing that. We've already over 700, almost 800% war score. I'm not really interested in conquering them. Didn't Kai guarantees the elephant command instead of just killing them? Classic. Classic, classic, classic. Mission tree expands 700 dev in deserts. Reward, inherit Askasur. Well, if it's inherit the owner of Askasur, not too bad. We just own all of Segdir immediately? Huge. Look at that, our good buddies in Grombar. We're hanging out. Alright, you can call me into wars again if you want. Are you still out to Laurent? Uh-huh. And Damescrown. Who somehow survived. Oh, because they allied Grombar and Laurent. So Arborand couldn't really go after him. Fair enough. Fair enough. Wars of Consolidation end. Yeah? Not that I know. I can't see the damn promises. Sirenvar has fallen to the 5th great power. They fell off. Grombar's number 3. Great Grombar game. And I didn't really have anything to do with that. In fact, I didn't have anything to do with that. I mean, maybe I prevented someone from attacking them, but I doubt it. I highly, highly doubt it. Number 1, 8 great power for Goed. Gigantic L. It is a gigantic L for them. To be fair, though, if Laurent and Grombar have good games and they ally each other, the fact that Goed even exists and that Arborand also did so well is pretty impressive. Why is Keterata sieging down Goed? The Keterata conquest of Gnomish hierarchy. Ah. Yep. Yep, that makes sense. Because the gnomes. The gnomes. Didn't even take this province, by the way. Declared war for the province, didn't even take it. Also, why is Elizna just chilling here? Oh. That would be why. Because Segdir, Varamhar are allied to Elizna. Okay, next question. Why is Keterata alive? Because they're allied to Bersardenches? Elizna, come on. You can definitely call in your allies and win this war. There's the Northern League. Are we still building troops? No? Maybe attrition is screwing me over. Oh, nope, there it is. And the rending subsides. Oh, pretty. Long have we toiled, long have we suffered. The spirits knew little mercy for the natives of Hellas. Many fledgling states mercilessly crushed beneath the incomprehensible onslaught. We have not come out of this ordeal stronger, for we have not learned some essential lesson from this all. All we have learned is that the world is cruel, and that we must treasure every moment that remains, for we know not when the next rending shall arrive. Well, I think we did alright. Fire, frost, and soul. Our people have conquered the cold, mastered the flame, and tamed the spirit. We have come far from our humble beginnings as small monasteries secluded from the world. Now we stand as masters of Hellas, and our world has expanded to scales never before dreamed. But what of those who still live on in the small scale? What can we do to celebrate the people? Blue Lotus Field. Against monumental odds, the people of Gozenraj have pushed beyond their limits and achieved something few would scarce believe when we began our existence many centuries ago. But now, as monks and pyre mages gather in monasteries across Hellas, we choose not to focus on our own glory and how we achieved it. Instead, we turn to the land of our origin and the people who allowed our nation to blossom into the ultimate ruler of the North. Mages channel their magic and monks manage the pyres all across our lands, and simultaneously a gout of brilliant blue flame erupts from the braziers and the monasteries like a stream of pure water. This fire splits into countless sparks, all settling upon the ground, where they suddenly begin to burrow into the terrain. With a blast of blue light, these sparks erupt into millions of blue lotus flowers, the color of the oldest glaciers in Gozenraj. All the lands around the monasteries are transformed into majestic fields of beauty, and our citizens cheer as we conclude our celebrations of triumph. Truly, our own path is much like that of the deserts of Gozenraj, once fraught and full of peril. With time, care, and the help of those around us, we have grown into a state of knowledge, magic, and camaraderie. Even in the coldest depths imaginable, something beautiful can still bloom. I think I'll just sit here a while. All provinces with an Eternal Cinder Monastery will receive blazing glory until the end of the game. 50% local production efficiency, 50% local tax, 20% defensiveness. Eternal Cinder Monastery level 2 will be removed from our capital, and instead we will get level 3, which gives +1 goods produced, 40% local manpower, minus 100% local fort maintenance, and 8% warrior monk force limit. And there we go. That is Gozenraj, rulers of the North. These guys ruin a big name perfect across the map, but I don't want to annex them, so I think it's fine. But there we go. We did it. That was good. That was fun. I like that. Our first valley run. We start in the valley. Well, actually, we start just outside the valley, but we'll count it. We'll count it. We did a lot. We did a lot of development. We did a lot of conquering. Screw waging 90 worth of the jade mines. I mean, it'd only be 3, and we know that we can do it real quick, but I don't care. I do want to look at Sirenvar. Sirenvar is just inside the deep woods. Yeah, I mean, they just developed the woods. The increase to the province count in the deep woods is a significant buff for them, for sure. And Orden? Do you think they're in Orden? Oh yeah, they are. There's not much development over here, but they do own it. So that's got to count for something. But they don't own that much over here. Free Marches is doing really well. Gomoport. No Triarchy. Orin Valium is here. Are they going to be like the new big tag down here? Ever since Rezincand fell off? I remember when Rezincand was insanely strong every game. It's been a while since they've been that strong, though. Vassal, 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 vassal. Yeah, so he's got all this control. It's just Laurentish colonies, though. Not a problem for him. He can roll through all these Laurentish colonies. Or will behave as usual. Sometimes they exist, sometimes not. Okay. We have a Chaos as well. Laurent attacking them. Izelmora is alive, but dying to Elisna. They're behind on tech. Aelif Soul is here. Bushalar has Ardmaya. I thought that Ardmaya was a formable, and I was like, what? And then we have these guys over here. Akasik has done decent colonization so far. Bushalar's done decent colonization. Laurent's done decent. Vanbury Guild, Bjarnrik, Moonhaven. Man, this is going to be an absolute scramble when it opens, huh? For colonizers to start taking pieces. But we're not even on the most updated bid bucket version or whatever we're on, so I don't know if this is fully done. I don't see any bolts. Just kidding. They're down here. That's because I was looking in the wrong spots. They're in these mountains. There's a lot of bolts. A lot of them. When's the official update release? I believe Thursday. It's within the next couple of days. May 8th. There you go. 4 days. 4 days. That is Gozenraj for us. Pretty good. True Dagger did hold on. Though they fell off from their height of power that they were at. They even turned Omdir into goblins. There's no orcs. Suffer not the orcs, I suppose. Say the goblins. Suffer not the orc. So 3 days to play Greg Tech? Yep, pretty much. Depending on if there's streams or not. But that is the plan. That is the plan. And then we'll do another Ambinar run when the update comes out. Alright. I guess a bit of a shorter stream today, but hey, that's just the way it goes when you complete the stuff. That's a True Dagger mission tree. Oh, do they get rid of orcs? I suppose that makes sense. If you want to take Almdir, you gotta do that in some way. Alright, exclamation point YouTube to get to YouTube. Exclamation point VOD to get to the VOD channel. No, you don't need to go to the VOD channel. Just go to the YouTube channel. There's nothing on the VOD channel. Force a habit. Exclamation point Discord to get to Discord. That's what I meant to say. Yeah. Tomorrow, Greg time. If there's a stream tomorrow, which if there's not, I'll let you know on the Discord. It'll be same time today. So like 12 p.m. Pacific time. Not true. VOD channel is awesome. VOD channel is awesome to watch past things. But there's no new stuff on the VOD channel. All right. But that is going to be it for today. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you